Within 15 minutes of waking up, 80% of us reach for a phone, a reflex that triggers a sequence of neurological shifts before we have even left the bed. As you transition from sleep to wakefulness, your brain naturally cycles through specific brainwave states. You move from the deep sleep of delta waves into theta, a state of quiet wakefulness, often associated with relaxation and creative daydreaming. This diagram shows what happens when that transition is interrupted. Immediately engaging with emails or social media thrusts your brain straight into sharp, closely packed beta waves. This is the state associated with focused attention and high-stress task management. This early influx of information also elevates your dopamine baseline, the level of stimulation your brain expects to receive to feel satisfied. By starting the day with high-intensity digital rewards, you are more likely to spend the remaining hours chasing those same dopamine spikes. This immediate jump into a reactive state primes your nervous system for a cycle of distraction that can persist for the rest of the day. These physiological compromises continue in the bathroom. For 2/3 of Americans, the first step of the morning is a daily shower. However, scrubbing the skin every 24 hours can strip away the essential bacteria and microorganisms that regulate moisture. Without these natural defenses, your skin is more prone to irritation, and your immune system may actually become less effective. When you move on to brushing your teeth, you likely finish by rinsing your mouth with water. That rinse is actually a mechanical error. Water instantly dilutes the fluoride in your toothpaste and washes it away. To get the full protective benefit, you need that fluoride to remain in contact with your enamel rather than being rinsed down the drain. Many standard hygiene rituals are counterproductive, removing the very biological barriers they are intended to protect. As the workday begins, we settle into a seated position for hours at a time, an environment that forces the human body into a specific set of mechanical compromises. Look at the physical impact shown here. Sitting causes your hip flexor muscles to shorten and tighten, while gravity causes blood to pool in your lower legs, potentially leading to varicose veins. There is also a metabolic cost. Moving your muscles helps your body process the fats and sugars you eat. When you remain stationary, that digestion becomes less efficient, and those calories are more likely to be retained as body fat. This source image demonstrates the baseline for damage prevention. Without proper ergonomic alignment, like the 90-degree arm angle and straight back shown here, prolonged sitting can lead to discompression and premature spine degeneration. Prolonged sitting effectively stalls your metabolism and exerts a steady, cumulative strain on your skeletal and cardiovascular health. By the afternoon, productivity often crashes. This is frequently because we schedule back-to-back tasks without factoring in any white space or buffer time for the brain to reset. Human focus follows an ultradian rhythm. Most people naturally lose concentration after 40 to 50 minutes of sustained effort. Without a short break to recharge, the quality of your work begins to decline as your mental energy ebbs. We often ignore these natural limits in our schedules, and we do the same with our technology when we plug our phones in to charge overnight. Modern lithium-ion batteries are stressed by trickle charging. Once the phone hits 100%, it continues drawing small amounts of power to maintain that level. This creates heat and gradually wears down the battery's capacity. To maximize lifespan, it is better to keep the charge in this highlighted range, between 20 and 80%. Small, frequent top-ups are healthier for the cell than holding it at high voltage for 8 hours. Whether it is cognitive focus or a lithium-ion battery, failing to account for these capacity limits leads to accelerated wear and diminished performance over time. Reversing these trends does not require a massive life overhaul. It requires adjusting the small habits that have become automatic. Tomorrow, try to avoid all screens for the first hour after waking up. Open the curtains to let in natural light, and when you brush your teeth, spit out the toothpaste without rinsing with water. During your workday, follow the logic shown in this image. Find reasons to move. Stand up every 20 minutes to reset your blood flow, and ensure your schedule includes 5-minute breaks every hour to match your brain's natural rhythms. For your technology, switch to daytime charging and unplug the device before you go to bed to avoid those unnecessary overnight heat cycles. Reclaiming your focus and your health is simply a matter of stopping the subtle daily acts of sabotage you have been conditioned to believe are normal.